Set free Saturday. Hey man, we checking in on this Set Free Saturday. Ellis and I, and we want to talk about freedom ain't always free. Now watch this. So for y'all that don't know, me and Ellis do a lot of partnership, and on Set Free Saturday we done talked about collaboration over competition and things of that nature. So, he said his offense occurred at a high school. My offense occurred when I was in college. So we try to cover the basics. Actually, we do cover the basics from like elementary school all the way through college. The interesting thing is I was at a point where I thought I had made it, coming from the environment that I came from. Like, who would have ever thought a college kid would have ended up in a correctional institution? And the first thing that I noticed was culture shock when I was inside, because college it was a loving environment, like nurturing. And inside the system, it ain't about nurture, it's about survival.
Exactly.
It's about survival. So I went from like trying to meet people, network, talk to people, learn from their experiences, to shying away from contact, because at times that could be viewed as weakness, right? So coming home, man, I had to figure out, like, how do I use that experience to my advantage? And how I looked at it was this, and it took years, because for years, I used to walk with my head down because I felt like I let my family down. I felt like I let myself down. Then on top of that, at times society would beat me down, perpetually punish me for something that I done already paid the price for. So that's like akin to me, like buying a car from you and paying the car off after a year. And every year after that year, you still getting a payment from me. Mm-hmm. That's what, like, I done paid for that. It's mine now.
No. Why am I still obligated? That's how I feel.
Right.
That's how I feel. Like I said, I could talk all day about that. You know what I mean? Like one incident about on my case, like they said, like I went to register to vote, and they told me I owed $25,000. Now I already know in the state of Florida, if you're on any type of parole, conditional release, or anything, you must complete all your restitution before we let you on. Right. You know what I mean? So I mean, they gave me my restitution. I paid all of that. Never heard about this $25,000. So I'm asking them, hey man, where did this $25,000 come from? So now the lady called and told me that my charges started in 1993. You know what I mean? I said, well, wait a minute. That was the year of my crime. So she was like, well, that's when you started getting back charged, and today it's up to $25,000. So I said, so basically, at the age of 16, y'all sent me to prison for 15 years and obligated me to make a monthly payment while I'm doing time in prison. That's what you telling me? She said, basically, that's what it's saying here. So I'm like, well, like, how can I possibly pay a penny when you holding me in a cage and I'm not making any money? Who's supposed to be paying these fees? And right now to this day, that's still on me. And I may never go, can I pay the $25,000? Yeah, I can pay you. But I feel like you robbing me now. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel. Like you locked me up for robbing. You know what I mean? And then now I feel like you robbing me. Like you put me in a situation where I could not possibly have succeeded. There's no way. I mean, how much money you made when you was in prison?
Now I had one job on I was the canteen man, right?
Oh man, you was the man, boy. That's the one job out of 2,000 of us. You know what I mean? You was that one man out of 2,000. You hit the lottery.
Oh, the who?
You hit the lottery.
So the canteen man at the camp I was at got paid $75 a month. 75. I worked 7 days a week.
Oh yeah.
$75 a month. But what I learned is this. Like, I learned resilience. So, because we face challenges every day, right? And I feel like if I made it through that, with all that pressure, I could make it through this. Like, you got to be resilient. You brought out something too when you talked about the money, the financial aspect of it. And like, most crimes are committed for money or lack thereof. You know what I'm saying? And when people come home, it's hard for them to find jobs, access to education and things like that. But when you look at what keeps the recidivism rate low, and the recidivism rate is the rate by which people reoffend, it's 3 things to keep it low. Is civic engagement. So for those that get reacclimated and be able to be involved in the community, like whether that's through voting or just anything community oriented, they get to buy back into the community. They tend to have a lower recidivism rate than those that don't. Stable housing decreases the recidivism rate. And then employment decreases the recidivism rate. And when you think about the people that go back, it's because either they didn't, like, when you come home, it's hard to find somewhere to stay because there's so many restrictions on where you can stay. And then depending on where you live at, before some of these policies was passed, it was like hard to get a job, or you would get a job to make such a low amount of money that you still, even though you got the job, you can't take care of yourself. And if you're in a position like you just mentioned before, you owe money for anything, you can't even fulfill those needs. And so if you owe the money, and then like, let's probation respect, like, you got to pay the money. It's nobody care about how you get it. You got to pay it, and that puts people in a bind, man. So what are some of like the solutions? Like, what did you do in order to get over those hurdles? And then I'll share a few things that I did to get over those hurdles.
Well, I mean, one of the biggest things is basically accepting what you did. To be honest, it was hard, but it was also easy for me, because I knew that my intentions wasn't to hurt nobody, and I knew that I wasn't the actual gunman that did take a life. So it was easy for me to look myself in the mirror and say, hey man, that was never your intentions, and you didn't physically do it. So it was kind of easy. They called me a murderer, you charged me murder. But I know in the back of my mind, I didn't never physically kill anybody. So I could kind of brush that off. That's just me. So I dealt with that like that. As far as the job thing, it's going to be frustrating for anybody. You know what I mean? But I did know this. I learned what you said earlier. I know that I can do good if I just hold on, have a positive mindset, and most of all, get around people that's either doing what I want to do or going where I'm trying to go. That's one of the biggest problems I see with most of the young men that I talk to that's coming back into our society. When they reoffend, most of those guys, they go back to what they are used to. They go back around those people that are not doing the right thing. They go around them and they pick up from them. Because when they talk to me, I'm all about, hey man, start from the bottom and move your way up. But a lot of us, we get out and we look at the man next door who never been in prison with the nice car, the nice rims, and the nice clothes and everything, and we want that tomorrow. See, patience is a monster. Patience is a huge thing that causes a lot of us to go back. You know what I mean? Because we get too impatient. I don't want to wait no 6 months to get no raise. I don't want to wait no 2 years, man, to get that next position. That's too long for me, because I'm seeing everybody else that's looking good today. I want to look good now.
Watch this. And you're right. And that is so frustrating. Like, I've been there, like, speedballing, like, you trying to get it all back tomorrow. Right? This how I had to redirect my thinking. You just did all these years, right? You can be patient for a few more years to get where you're trying to go.
The right way. Because
the process is the process, right? You got to go through the process. And the amount of time it's going to take is the amount of time that it's going to take. And it ain't just about the end goal. It's about the person that you become.
Through the process.
Come on, man.
Through the process. Guess what? Through the process is how me and you met.
Then you got to like set the foundation straight. Because if the foundation ain't right, any storm can come, wind and come and knock it down. But when the foundation's straight, even if it take the roof off, right? Mm-hmm. Even if you still got something
to build on.